There's this double conundrum with chronic fatigue where if you are too sedentary, you feel stiff, achy, and tired too. And even when you do try to rest, you don't feel rested and you don't feel replenished. But at the same time, when you try to exercise, the effects are a little too much and it's so easy to push yourself past that fine threshold and you end up more exhausted and sore than you were before. Hi, I'm Elaine Ouyang, and I'm a certified yoga therapist bringing you yoga practices that are practical, therapeutic, and nourishing so that you don't leave the yoga practice feeling more drained and inflamed than before. Today, I want to introduce to you a short practice sequence that is gentle enough to nourish your super depleted and exhausted body and mind. Now, this is 15 minutes, but by no means do you have to complete the entire 15 minutes. You can start with just 3 or 4 minutes and slowly build up your stamina. But the poses and in particular the breathing practices that I've selected for this sequence is particularly useful to not only bring about a sense of relaxation and replenishment, but the movements are gentle enough that it won't leave you more exhausted or sore than before. Before we dive into this practice, be sure you subscribe to my channel as I come out with 1 video per week on practical tools to help manage your pain and other symptoms. Also, if you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up down below. If you have questions, please be sure to drop them in the comments below. All right, guys, let's dive into this practice today. For our practice today, you will need a quiet space in your house where you can maybe lay out a blanket or a yoga mat, and somewhere preferably where you can dim and slightly darken the room a little bit. You'll also need a few cushions or some blankets that you can sit on, a yoga strap, and if you don't have a yoga strap, you can definitely use a scarf, a belt, or a bathrobe type, so you can get creative here. Now, you're going to begin by sitting in a cross-legged position, and ideally, preferably somewhere where your knees can be a little lower than your hips. Find an appropriate amount of cushion to help stack up and support your hips as needed. Now, I do recommend placing some more pillows or propping underneath your knees to support your knee joint, and this will also be more easeful for your hips and your lower back as you stay seated here. Once you get settled into your seated position, you can rest your hands on your lap, either facing down or palm facing upward, whichever feels more natural and comfortable and safe for you at this moment. If you like, you can choose to close your eyes or soften your gaze downwards about halfway, almost like you're looking down to the tip of your nose. Allow yourself to sink into the seated support that you have, whatever you're sitting on, feeling the bottoms of your pelvis and hips softening downward. Allowing your knees to rest into the support if you have some support underneath them. Feel where your spine is and let that soften. You can even slightly move side to side to feel your spine kind of undulate and sway until you find a comfy spot. And then let your head float effortlessly at the top of your neck. So you may have to find that position, play around with your head position until you find a place where your neck feels the most effortless. Allow your body to become heavier with each exhale. And then we're going to start by rocking a little side to side so that you really feel your hips massaging against your prop, feeling your body sway, and you can even let your spine just go along with the sway. You don't have to let your spine be rigid. Just get along with the sway. Even your neck and head can move if that is comfortable for you. And then you're gonna go forward and back as well. So it's almost like a dance. You're gonna dancing with your body, letting your spine sway in a way that feels comfortable. And you don't have to make the movements big at all. You can do little sways if that's more comfortable for you. Okay, especially if there's pain and discomfort, or if you just feel more secure and more stable by just swaying a little. But I want you to feel your spine and the center of your body kind of moving in this wave-like motion. And you can even think of your spine like this sea kelp or seaweed that's just flowing with the fluidity of the currents, and it's not rigid. It's tall and strong, but it's not rigid. Okay, and then slowly bring your spine into a circular motion. And again, you can just let your spine sway as you like. Let your shoulders kind of move along with it, your neck and head move along with it. And let your upper body, your torso, be heavy so that you can really feel the weight of your torso leaning down into your hips as you circle. So it's kind of like a lower spinal massage as well. All right, and then you can reverse your circling. And 2 more around. And then come back to center. Take a big breath, let your shoulders lift up to your ears. And then exhale. Another one. Inhale, shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, big breath out. Good. And then sit still for a moment. Notice what those movements and their effects are in your body and the state of your mind. Now, if you felt like that segment already is plenty for your body today in terms of energy usage, you can stop here if you like. Otherwise, take another 2 or 3 breaths. And then bring your arms out to your side like a cactus. So elbows bent by your side, about shoulder height. And then we're gonna gently roll side to side like a windmill. But again, you're not really twisting heavily out to one side or the other. You're kind of going with the momentum of your spine. So even if it's less than what you think you can twist, that's okay. That's okay. We're just lubricating gently through the body. Not everything we do have to be 110% effort. It's okay to do just 20, 10 or 5%. Your body will thank you. Okay, and then you can come back down with arms and hands on your lap. Take an easy breath in, easy exhale, and you can let the effects of that kind of anchor into your body. On your next inhale, gently lift your left arm up to a height that is comfortable for you. And then exhale, let your left hand come back down onto your lap. Inhale to bring your right arm up to a height that's comfortable for you on this side, which may be different from your left side. And then exhale, come on down. And we're going to alternate. Inhale the left side and exhale over. So again, you can do this with your eyes open or eyes closed. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left arm, let it float. Imagine it's being carried up by clouds and descending with the clouds. Inhale, or that your breath is lifting that up, and then exhale. Good. Now, this time, as you lift your left arm, imagine you're just breathing through your left nostril. And exhale as you breathe out. Imagine you're breathing out only through your left nostril. Inhale, right side, so breathing only through your right nostril. Exhale, imagine you're breathing out only through your right nostril. And then let's continue. Inhale, left side, through left nostril. Exhale, through left nostril. Inhale, right, through right nostril. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale through the left. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. You can also rest whenever you need to. You don't have to continue. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. Rest if you need to, otherwise we'll do one more set on each side. Inhale, left. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. And go ahead and rest. Return to a natural breathing. Notice the effects of that previous segment of a practice. You may choose to stop your practice here and lay down to rest if you like. If you're feeling that you've reached a comfortable amount of movement today, then please do take care of your body. If you are continuing, we are going to lie down on the floor and you're going to have your strap close by you. Now, any propping that you used just now to support your body, you can repurpose that, and I'm actually going to use this blanket to support my head as I lie down. And then keep your knees bent with your feet on the floor. You're going to take the strap or a scarf, whatever you are using, and bring it over your left foot. Keep your right knee bent and inhale, stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling and gently flex your ankle so that your toes curl in. And you can hold at the bottom end of your strap or scarf and keep your elbows close by your side so you don't tax and strain your shoulders and arms. So just using this as a leverage, your elbows relaxed by your side. And breathe here. You can keep your knees slightly bent as well. You don't need to lock them straight, and just find a comfortable angle where you feel perhaps your calf and your hamstring stretching, but in a fairly easeful way, nothing too strenuous. And with fatigue, it's helpful to stretch these big muscle groups to unlock any of the trapped energy in there. When muscles are tight, your body has to use more energy to keep them contracted. And a lot of times that's outside of our conscious control. It's actually kind of in our unconscious control. But by gently stretching this, you may start to unlock some of these energy from these muscles that are being constantly contracted. So we're going to take another breath or two on this left side. And then as you exhale, lower your left foot down. Pause here, see how that felt. You can choose to continue on to the right side if you want, or if that didn't work for you, you can rest here. If you are continue, bring your strap to your right foot and bring it up. Again, elbows close by your side. You can hold on to lower end of your strap to keep your arms and shoulders fairly relaxed. And then gently flex your ankle, your toes curling in, letting your knees slightly bend if you need to. And then just angle accordingly to what feels like an easeful stretch for you. Okay, you can play around with it. So By easeful stretch, meaning you're feeling a little bit of effect, but not so much that it feels very strenuous or feels like you're stretching too much. In a place where you can still allow your breath to continue, keeping both of your hips and belly soft. And breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Softening the back of your leg, whatever is available to soften. And one more. And then to come out, remove the strap and bring your right foot back down to the floor. You can remove the strap to the side and then rest here. You can continue resting if this is the segment where you find that it's just right for you. We will do one more pose here to stretch out the sides of the body if you choose to continue. So if you are continuing, stretch your legs onto the floor and your arms up and back behind you. So almost like a full body stretch. And then you're going to walk your legs out to the left side, okay, without rolling your body over. So you're just walking your legs out and you start to feel the right side of your body stretching out. And you're going to do the same for the left with your arms. So walking your arms out over to the left side. So you're in this crescent shape. You can hook your right heel over your left ankle and hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. You'll feel this incredible stretch through the right side of the body. Now, if it's too much, you can always release, come back to middle, neutral completely, and then walk it out again, see where is the more comfortable position for you. So I always recommend that you start with a little less and go in deeper over your next few breaths and not go too deep the first one and then you need to back off. Okay, it's always good to just go incrementally in rather than too far too deep on the first try. So we're going to go for another breath or two. And then to come back, you walk your arms back to center and your legs back to center. Notice how that felt. And let's do the other side. So you're going to walk your legs over to your right. Again, less is more. And then your arms out to the right side. If you like, you can hook your left heel over your right ankle and hold on to your right hand with your left. Or whatever feels more secure for you. You don't have to do that the same exact way I did. So again, this nice stretch on the left side. If it feels too much, come all the way back to middle first and then walk out to the side again. So don't just back off. You're going to back off all the way and then enter in at a lesser angle. If you start at a small angle and through your next few breaths you feel like you may be able to just stretch out a teensy bit more, you can do that. Again, just a tiny bit at a time. Another breath or two. And then you can come back to center and walk your legs back in. Bend your knees, lower your arms down by your side or onto your belly. Take a breath here. Easy exhale. If you like, you can stay in this position with your knees bent and your knees resting against each other so your feet are a little wider. Or you can roll onto your side and stay on your side for the remainder of our last couple of minutes. Or you can also sit up onto the support, the same position we'd set up at the beginning, or onto a chair. I'm going to lie on my side here today with my knees curled up into a fetal position. Breath is easy, natural, without rush or forcing, just like a gentle stream, a slow, easy stream. If you are seated upright or lying on your back, you can place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. If you're on your side, it'll be a little bit more difficult to do that, so you can just keep your arms up by your side here. And repeat to yourself this mantra, this affirmation. I am worthy of rest and rejuvenation. I am worthy of rest and rejuvenation. I am worthy of rest and rejuvenation. And continue repeating that to yourself in a loving way, in your mind or out loud. I am worthy of rest and rejuvenation. And you can finish your last repetition. If you are on your back, you can roll over to the side like this. And then press yourself up. And if you're seated, you're just seated here. Thank you for joining this practice today. Again, this video is for you to be able to pause and stop whenever you need to, as I've mentioned throughout the entire practice, segment by segment. And definitely bookmark this so you can come back and maybe increase another pose, another stretch, one bit at a time to increase your stamina. Again, my name is Elaine Ouyang. I'm a certified yoga therapist. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I have weekly videos out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.